Simple living to me is seeing each day through a new lens and perspective. It means not having an expectation for what you may or may not be able to control, but instead seeing different parts of life as opportunities for something good. Maybe that's letting the cats out during an April snowstorm when you thought the day was going to be sunny and warm. Or maybe that means planting seeds with the neighborhood kids when you thought you would get time to clean the kitchen that night.
I guess she's been packing over there.
Good job. Yeah. Yeah, you have a lot of seeds. One thing I can conclude for sure is that I always make the right choice because I choose the simpler option, and almost every time it ends up being the more beautiful one. I like our car operation.
It's cool. Look, we have the colors.
These are seeds that we started several weeks ago that I grew on our windowsill in front of a sunny window. And in a bit, I will show you what they look like today now that they're in the garden and much bigger. Simple living is finding beauty in redundancy. It means making bread every few days, doing the same kneading of the dough each time. Recently, I've been doing a really fun heart pattern on it, so I'm gonna do that. I'll show you how you do that. I just basically use the scoring knife to make a heart. This is a fun and easy way to brighten up your afternoon. The oven. Or making tea every afternoon. Now, I do put a different tea bag in every time, so that keeps things new for me and my husband. Just got some brand new honey. It's just a local honey to us, but I love the dark color. It's 100% raw from Oregon and Washington bees, so it's perfect. Mango ginger. Ooh, that smells so good. I just got these today from the store. And this is an elderberry lemon. So good. Sometimes as a society, we can look at simple living as chores or work if we would rather prioritize something that is relaxing or more materialistic. It's nothing better than fresh dirt. But I think when you get down to the basics of working with your hands and creating things that are going to benefit your own life and your family, there's no greater happiness or joy than that. Dahlias, calendula, and bachelor's button planted. Alright, these are nice because they just compost right there in the soil. They're made of cow manure, which makes planting very easy. Okay, so out here I got some free time because John was able to take Allison, so I thought I'd come out here and do something that I would prefer not to do with her, even though I do so much gardening with her. I love being outside with her. It's my favorite thing every single day. But there are some things that are just easier for sure. And this is one of them. We have a huge problem with slugs, and I've tried multiple things in the past. Obviously I'm not going to use a toxic sluggo because we are outside all day. We have chickens that graze here, so we can't do that. So I've got to find something because I just planted my seedlings that I grew from seed, and I really want them to be successful. So this I'm going to try this year, and I think it's going to work. Look. So this is a copper netting. I bought this last year, and what I did with this last year was I just put it around the perimeter of my garden, and it did not work. I didn't secure it very well. It kind of fell over, and I just didn't have the time to fix it and kind of give up. But this year I'm going to try something different. I'm actually cutting it out into circles and putting it right around my seeds in these little pots that I have that biodegrade. They're made of manure, and I'm hoping that a slug cannot get through because I'm going to keep that on each pot. So that's what I'm going to do this year. And of course, this goes without saying, but there's no greater joy than having children, and especially when you have a cute little girl who loves to smell daffodils. Smell good?
Yeah.
What's it smell like?
Yeah.
Daffodils? Smell like daffodils?
Yeah. Eat good.
Yeah? I thought I'd give you a little update. It's been a couple weeks now. So in this garden bed we have some thyme, sage, rosemary, chives, which are one of my favorite pieces to add for summertime especially. I love them on our eggs. And I decided to grow some catnip. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this, but we've got 2 cats, so I figure I'll figure that out. And then parsley. And here we've got a really beautiful, going to be white flower. This is chamomile. And another flower, kind of blue aster, purple, yellow, and then black-eyed Susans. These are one of my favorites, and I grew them last year really well, but then I tried to transplant them and they didn't transplant well, and I was so sad. So hopefully I can grow that really well. And then over here I transported the seeds that I had by the windowsill, and these are all peas. Love our snap peas, and they're doing really well. And I just need to add some kind of trellis for them to climb up. I have some cilantro from last year, and those are some strawberries that I didn't think were going to come back, but they did. And then I've got my onion sprouts here that are still doing well. And just an update on the flower seeds with the copper around them. They're doing really well. We have not seen any slug bites or any slugs in here at all. So I keep getting pecked at by chickens. So I think it's working to keep the slugs out. So far so good. It's been a few weeks now. So lastly, I'm going to show you something that I'm doing that is not necessarily easy, but it is enjoyable at the end of the day, which is a lot of what simple living and homesteading is all about. It may not be instant gratification, but it is something that you are working towards that is often more gratifying than something that you could have gotten sooner, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm using a sewing pattern to sew a little toddler girl's dress for my daughter. I've never used a sewing pattern, but I've sewn for the past few years pillowcases, and I've even done a slipcover. I've just never done anything that involved a pattern, so this is new to me and a little bit intimidating. So I only made it as far as making a little girl's collar. So this will go on her dress, and I will update you in the next video on if I finish this dress. I think it'll go faster now that I've gotten the hard part over, which is reading the instructions and figuring out what I'm doing. I don't think it's going to be that hard. It's just a bunch of little pieces sewn together, right? Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope it encouraged you to do some simple living of your own. I know that's something that I am doing a lot of recently, so I'm happy to share it. If you're brand new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Every week I post a new video on farm-to-table recipes and homemade natural living. Thanks so much for stopping by the Duvall Homestead.